All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Much peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. You brothers and you sisters, wholeheartedly waiting upon the Lord Yahweh to send his only begotten Son, Yahushai, to deliver us from this captivity. To you, I say shalom. So, we got some more war news going on here. I have an article. No precepts yet. This would be a lunchtime video. Something real swift through the spirit power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. This is military. This is from Newsbreak. U.S. airstrikes on Yemen killed 31 after Houthis vow to target Red Sea shipping over Israel's blockade of Gaza. So you got more wars and rumors of wars. Actually, I'm gonna start there, Matthew, because these things have to happen in order to lead up towards that ultimate destruction, man. This is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. You see? Oh, let me read verse 6. I'm sorry. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we have a lot of news going on over there. I'm not 100% on the full account of what's going on right now, but I'm going to do some more reading, and Lord willing I can do a follow-up. But I just wanted to report on this because this was 1 day ago, and I'm going to read a little bit. It reads, the U.S. military conducted overnight airstrikes on Yemen in what President Donald Trump claimed was a response to Houthi attacks on Red Sea shipping, killing at least 31 people, most of them women and children, at the start of a campaign expected to last many days. The airstrikes came after the Houthis threatened to resume attacks on ships linked to Israel in the Red Sea over its blockade of Gaza. Israel cut off power, halted all international aid supplies to the war-ravaged Palestinian territory early this month, and renewed deadly attacks, imperiling the fragile ceasefire. The Houthis targeted around 100 military and civilian ships with missiles and drones, sinking 2 vessels and killing 4 sailors. Between October 2023, when Israel launched its war on Gaza, and January 2025, when the ceasefire took effect. So this was an attack that happened 2 years ago in October 2023, and it says when Israel launched its war on Gaza in January 2025, when the ceasefire took effect. So they attacked twice, right? And this time they attacked and killed civilians. Now we know how Esau gets down. He will say, he would throw a rock at a glass house and hide his hand. And when the owner come out to defend his house, he'll cry, victim. So we see that the prophecies say that Israel, let me grab there, is going to draw out these let's see. This is Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes, that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Now, Edom is the so-called white man, and Teman will be the modern-day Germans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who is the least of the flock? The least of the flock is those so-called JOOs, the small hatters. They're the least of the flock. The Amalekites, known in the scriptures. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who is the them? The them is America. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. So those JOOs are going to do something to cause America to join into this war. And when they join into this war, what's going to happen? Russia's going to join into this war. And we know in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, it talks about, Gog and Magog, which is modern day Russia. They're going to, the Lord's going to put that hook in his jaws and turn them back to that same warlike spirit that, because when you look into the history, Russia was the USSR. And Ukraine was a part of that, but it branched off and became sovereign. And when Russia decided that it's time for them to come back into the fold, and they like, no, we want to be sovereign. And they started attacking their ass. And then what happened? America got involved, sending aid, sending weapons. You see? And Putin's like, look, keep fucking around, man, because that's a part of their land. But it's because they know when Ukraine is a part, that was when Russia was the strongest. That's when the USS was the strongest. You see, so they're trying to do everything in their power. That's why NATO was created, the NATO and the EU, to combat the USSR, which NATO and the EU is the beast. That's the beast that is spoken of in Revelation, the 13th chapter. Right, because you had the beast that was in the beginning, which is the Roman Empire, and now this revived system, starting with America. This is that beast, which the deadly wound was healed. So we see that these things are starting to unfold on the earth. Yahushua, he told us, he said, when these things start to happen, don't be tripping, because the end is not yet. We still got some things. MOTB has to come. Jacob's trouble has to be in full effect. And when that happens, and the scriptures say that when he's about to fill his belly, then the Lord's going to cast that wrath down on him. Then the elect is going to be delivered. Then the change comes. Then the kingdom comes. So these things have to happen in order. I'm going to read a little bit more. It says, Mr. Trump also warned Yemen's chief ally, Iran, that it needed to immediately halt support to the Houthis, who rule most of the Arab country. If Iran threatened the U.S., he said, America will hold you fully accountable, and we won't be nice about it. You see? So what is this? It's a prophecy. Because who is the modern day Iranians? The Persians. As I quoted earlier, Ezekiel the 38th chapter, the Persians are going to be underneath Gog and Magog, which is modern day Russia. Russia is going to be a guard unto the Persians. So if America is making threats towards Iran, then what's going to happen? If the U.S. attacks Iran, then Russia is going to retaliate, because they're a guard unto Iran. I'm gonna read it actually, so we can get some context. Ezekiel chapter 38 and verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sort of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Persia, see, Persia, when you look into it, modern day Persia is the Iranians. Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, Gomer, and all his bands, the house of Togmar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Verse 7 is the point. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. You see? So if America try to mess with any of these countries, Israel trying to mess with any of these countries, sooner or later, Russia is going to step in. And then, the scriptures say that the bear was the feet of it. Let's grab that. Because the bear is going to be what ultimately takes this place out. Let's see. Yeah. Revelation 13:2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. So what? When that leopard represents the Greek Empire. That was the beginning of Esau's rulerships. Started with the Greeks, then the Romans. They fell, that deadly wound. You had the Byzantine Empire. Jake was in there. And then what? The Renaissance period. Right? That was when that wound was healed. That deadly wound was healed. So we're in that time now. Right? The revival of the ancient Roman Empire. NATO and the EU. You see? So it says the feet of it is a bear. Right? The feet is the end of your body. That's the end of a thing. So the bear, which Russia uses the bear as its symbol, is going to be the end of this society. When you read, let's see. Oh yeah, that's good, but that's unnecessary. When you go into let's see, let's go back here. Let's go ahead and grab that then. 2 Ezra 6:9, because after this place is destroyed, what's going to happen next? People think China's going to be ruling next. People think Russia is going to be ruling next. No, right? It's lined up for Israel to rule next. 2 Ezra 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world. Esau, Edom, right? Currently, he's in power. Started with the Greeks, then the Romans. They fell, came back as the revival of the Roman Empire. And it has been ruling since. So for Esau is the end of the world. So as when Russia takes out America and all of these different kingdoms and the elect gets changed, comes back down, what? And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You see? So Jacob is going to rule after. No one expect. That's why, let me see if I can grab that before I go. I have to search it. You might have to put it in the post-production. But basically, because, I'm a little short on time. It's that lunchtime video. Oh, I think that's it. Let me see. Man, Google be doing something. That ain't it, though. That ain't it. But yeah, no, there's a precept. And if a brother know where it's at, you can put it in the comment section. Lord willing, I can put it in the post-production. But basically, the scripture goes into how they who were not sought after basically beginning to rule. No, let me see. I'm gonna try one more time. There's a couple out there, but these ain't it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for it. Slack you, bros. But yeah, so ultimately, elect. I'm gonna grab this though, Wisdom of Solomon 5, and then I'm gonna close it. Wisdom of Solomon 5, And yeah, I'm gonna grab 1 and 2. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they looked for. And when you keep reading down, you're like, how's he numbered with the children of the Most High? And it's a lot among the saints, you know, because they're not expecting us to really be who we say we are. You know, only the elites know. Them top Edomites, the elite bankers, the Rothschilds, etc. They know. They understand the truth. But these lowly peons and plebs, they don't understand. You know, even Jake don't know. You see? So there's going to come a time where we're going to be ruling, man. So I got to end it there. Salak, I pray this is edifying and faith boosting. Giving all praises again to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.